Alright, enough with the tiny figures. Now, we move on to the big boy toys. Sort of. Dungeons and Dragons, the animated series. The action figures. Never in my life did I think we would ever get these. Dungeons and Dragons, the 1983 cartoon, it's a fun watch, even to this day. You can tell that there was a lot of care put into it, but unfortunately it was held down by like parent groups and network executives and stuff, and you can kind of see that when you watch the episodes. If you're interested in my full thoughts on the series, I did a review of it many years ago on my main channel. I will put a link up here in the corner if I remember to do so in time. Sometimes I don't, but it'll be there eventually if it's not there right now. But yeah, this show surprisingly didn't get a lot of merchandise. I mean, I know it's based on Dungeons and Dragons, which, you know, is a game you can play. But the characters themselves were unique to the show, and they didn't really get a lot of merchandise. There were these little PVC figures. I think they were only available in, like, Spain or something. And that's about it. Apparently, there was some legal problems with the characters because I think they were technically owned by Marvel, because Marvel produced the animated series. And Marvel, as we know, is a copyright nightmare. It always has been, apparently. But I guess Dungeons and Dragons, well, Hasbro and, you know, Wizards of the Coast or whoever owns Dungeons and Dragons. I think Hasbro owns them all right now. But yeah, I guess at some point they got the rights to the characters, and now we have these really cool 6-inch figures. This is the 2-pack that has Venger, the bad guy, and Dungeon Master, the little fella that speaks in riddles and pisses me off every time he does, because just tell the kids what they gotta do, God. And what's cool is they actually come with a dice set, and the entire set has, I guess it's a full set of dice if you get the full set of action figures, which I do. So, you've seen me find these figures on Toy Hunt videos. So here's Bobby with Uni. Here's Diana, Bobby the Barbarian, and Diana the Acrobat, which apparently is a Dungeons and Dragons class. At the time of my review, I didn't know that, but yeah, it's a very early thing, I think. I don't know if it's really used anymore. But anyway, here's Hank the Ranger with his energy bow, because they weren't allowed to use real weapons in the show. Again, that's a huge problem the show had. And I have the rest of the figures. Unfortunately, I didn't do a toy hunt for these, mostly because of kind of going through financial problems right now because of my medical problems I had. Also, the other thing is I actually took initiative and looked this up, and none of my local stores had these. I had to actually order them. So I guess it doesn't matter. I have them now. Here's Sheila the Thief with her invisible cloak. She doesn't get a weapon. And we have Presto, who I believe I now know his name is Preston, and they just call him Presto for whatever reason, and he is the magician, but his magic never really works. And finally, we have Eric the Cavalier with his shield that blocks everything. Unfortunately, this one got a little bit damaged in shipping. Ironic, considering he is the defense guy of the team. Good job, Eric, for protecting my action figure package here. I guess it doesn't matter. I am going to open these. I am going to actually return them to their packages when they're done, because I don't have anywhere to display these right now. Which is okay, because they come in these nice closed packages, which I guess you can fold up and reseal if you choose to do so. I actually do like that. I've said it many times before. I like the option of having the box, you know, you can put it back in the box if you want. So that's really cool. I do have some issues with how this is done, though, because there's pros and cons to these closed packages. I know they did it to, I think, save on plastic, which, you know, considering the toy industry is a very good thing. The other problem is you don't see the figure, and a lot of times I found that you go to the store and you look in the action figure packages, and they often, sometimes you find ones that are broken or missing pieces, and that is kind of unfortunate because now we don't know if any of these actually have all their pieces and are not damaged. Which brings me to one of the biggest criticisms I've heard about these action figures. Apparently, they are not really of the best quality, which is very unfortunate. I remember seeing Pixel Dan post pictures of his Hank figure that he took out, and the hands snapped off. And I've heard very similar stories all around for these figures, so that is very concerning, considering I can't see them and that I'm about to take them out of their packages. So, I guess we'll find out one way or another. We must now all collectively put our willpowers together and preemptively make sure that these are all complete and undamaged when I open them. Even though I guess it'll be futile because you're all living in the future right now. This is the past. This already happened. So I guess what we're going to do is I'm going to cut away. I'm going to open these. I'm going to be very, very careful with them. And we will see what the status of them is when I return. So here's hoping. All right, see you guys on the other side. Okay, I'm back, and I got good news. I opened up all the packages, and the figures are intact for the most part. We'll get into that as we look at these. But yeah, I opened them all up. The dice were in there. All the accessories were in there. They were all in these little tissue paper bags, so I had to open up a lot of those. I felt like I was doing a blind bag video, which I don't do anymore because blind bags suck now. But anyway, let's take a look at what we found in the mystery packages. First of all, when I opened up the one with Venger and Dungeon Master, this was in there. This is, I guess, like a display backing that you can put your figures in front of or something. Unfortunately, it bends in a Z motion, but so it doesn't really stay up very well. But it's got the carnival ride and a nice little backdrop there. And on the other side, it's got the Dungeons and Dragons logo. I guess you could also use this if you're like a DM or something. Maybe use it as that border that hides all your papers and all that. But again, it bends weird, so I don't know how useful it actually is. But anyway, I thought that was kind of a nice little inclusion there. Let me put that aside. All right, let's look at the figures. So first off, we've got Venger, the evil wizard from the series. Always loved his design. Very, very cool. So some of the problems I've noticed with these figures is the joints are very tight. So you notice his feet are like this. They were like that when I took them out of the package, and I've been like I wanna bend them correctly, but I'm afraid they're gonna break. All right, let's try it, I guess. Oh, it's so hard. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to snap this. He looks good, though. He comes with a couple of extra hands with magical blasts, if you're brave enough to try and pull his hands off. The hands turn pretty well. He's got little slits in his thing here so that you can put the hands up. Again, the joints are very tight. I'm very afraid to move these. I don't even know how they're supposed to move. I can barely see the joints, but overall, as a little display piece, he does look good. The wings came separate, and I'm going to pull these out. I want to show you something here. So in there, the hole is very hexagonal, but this is round. So getting it in there was kind of a pain. I guess they did it that way so it's more secure, but I feel like the shapes should have at least matched. There you go. All right, I mean, at least it goes in. He's very big, and he can't fit on camera, so I'm going to... Okay, there you go. Stay there. So, also included in there was Dungeon Master, the little gnome fellow that he shows up to guide the kids when he just says something cryptic like, "Oh, time will tell, children, time will tell," and then the solution will have something to do with time or something like that. Like, I always hated that. It's like they're in danger. Don't give them riddles. Tell them what they got to do. Stop it. Not much to say with him. Again, good looking figure. He does have some movement. There does appear to be joints in his elbows. But I don't know, maybe... Yeah, I think posability is a bit of a problem with these. You can move the hands around if you're brave. I'm sure there's some way to alleviate the tight joint problems. I know there's like things you can do with action figures, like maybe take a blow dryer to them. Maybe there's some kind of like lube you can put in there, and it'll help it up. But yeah, this it is a bit of a unfortunate problem with these. So here's the dice they came with. They came with a D10, but it's one of those D10s with the where everything's by tens. I've never actually had to use this type of dice before. I don't know what situations would call for it. There, 70. I rolled a 70. And a D20, which is very big, by the way. There's another D20 from one of the other figures. We'll compare there. But yeah, that is a very, very chunky D20. There's the 10 is the and symbol. Let's see if I get a 20. I got an 11, which is I rolled it again. Let's try it again. 16. All right, boy, I wish I can roll that well when I'm playing real D&D. All right, so there's that. Now we'll move on to Hank and his translucent energy bow. Now, this is something that a lot of people have complained about with this figure, is that he doesn't come with an extra set of hands, and he can't really hold the bow very well. He just kind of touches it, and that's about it. That's very unfortunate. If he came with like an extra hand to maybe hold onto here or something, or maybe you can... Again, I'm afraid to like play with these too much because I don't really know like how fragile they actually are. I guess that's okay. But, yeah. Again, figure looks very good. I like the details. He got all his little studs on there. And he got head movement. He's got hip swivels and legs. They do have holes in their feet, so you can put them on display or something. He also comes with an unpowered bow, which probably would look better for him holding it. It's a shame that this really cool accessory doesn't really work that well for him. And he also came with a D8, which is interesting because my archer uses a D8 for damage. I wonder if that was intentional. I don't know. I wonder if that is intentional. They included a dice with each character for what their class is supposed to be. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Let's see if I roll an 8. Hey, I got an 8. Cool. Maximum damage. Wonderful. All right, we'll put him here. Getting these to stay up is going to be another issue. But, all right. Come on, Hank. You're the leader. Start acting like it. Hold your bow. Hold your bow. Turn your hand. Come on. Stand up. All right. Stay there. Lean on Venger. He'll help for now. Yeah, again, I really wish these figures were better because they look so good. All right, next up we have Diana, the acrobat, and her power pole that extends and she never hits anyone with because they wanted the show to be non-violent. I'm afraid of her the most because, as you can see, she is the skinniest of all the figures, and man, those arms look like they're about to pop right off. I really don't. I'm trying real hard. Her foot was actually kind of weird. I've been trying to get it to fix right. It looks bent. Are the feet on a ball joint? I can't really tell. Let me look closer at it. Yeah, they appear to be a ball joint. Maybe it's on backwards. Hold on. I think I got no. I tried spinning the foot around. And does not appear to be helping. Oh, okay, there we go. It's good. We're good. We're all good. I guess it was on backwards. So yeah, she's got her pole. She comes with another pole, if you want her to have like a whooshing action with her weapon. And she actually comes with the other D20, and this is a normal-sized D20 as opposed to this big boy here. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't have the and symbol on it, which is kind of disappointing, but I guess that makes this one a little bit more special. All right, let's roll. I rolled an 8. Boy, too bad that wasn't a D8. All right, I got to figure out how these are going to stay up. Yeah, her foot seems to be on wrong or something, or maybe to the side is intentional, or I don't know, man. I really wish these were better figures. Oh, bending these limbs is like kind of causing me anxiety. All right, stay there and look good for the camera. Next up we have Bobby, the Barbarian, and he looks really good. Of course, he's got his his Viking helmet, his very He-Man inspired bracers. He's got his club, which again he never hit anyone with. He always like smacked the ground to create a earthquake or something. Doesn't really stay in his hand very well because it's not really okay, there we go. That's pretty good. There he is, right there. The little kid who they gave the strong powers to, which is a bad idea. Again, the feet kind of came in weird. I can turn it and maybe... Oh man, I'm so afraid. I don't want to break these figures. I've seen so many pictures of broken figures. I don't know. I can't tell if it's on... Okay, whatever. I can't tell if it's on backwards or... Was it on backwards? Maybe I can... Come on. There we go. Okay. Oof. Okay. Turn it around. Okay, now that made it worse. No. All right. Again, I'm going to have to like mess around with these. If anybody has any suggestions... Okay, I think I got it pretty good. If anybody has any suggestions of what to do about the joint problems with these figures, please let me know. And maybe I'll take care of him. Okay, does he stand up? He stands up. Okay, he doesn't come with any other accessories, which I'm fine with. I like it when an action figure is very self-contained. He's one of the few in this set that are. He also comes with Uni, the pet unicorn they have in the show. Not much to say about her. She has a head joint, and that's about it. She would look good on a display with My Little Pony figures, I think. And unfortunately, mine has this scratch on her. And I don't know how to get that off. That's, I guess, some paint issue. Maybe some, like, paint remover or something will get that off. But, yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. All right, she'll stay right there. And Bobby came with a D12, which is another dice that I don't think I've ever had to use. Let's see what I get. I got a 5, for whatever that means. All right, so those are the first wave. Let's look at the second wave. So here is Sheila, the thief. When I took her out of the package, I didn't notice at first, but her cape is mildly translucent, which I think is kind of cool because she has the hood up, which means she's in mid-transformation. She also comes with another cape with the hood down. So these are actually 2 pieces that you can take off. Whoa. You can actually take these off. I'm thinking maybe these later releases were done a little bit better because it seems like... Can this actually come off? No, I think you have to move her head. Oh boy. Please don't break. You know what? I'm not even going to risk it. She can have the hood on. It looks good. There you go, Sheila. Put the hood on. Be ready for sneaking and not stealing anything because this is a kid's show. Yeah, not much else to say about her, though. Again, good representation of the characters in this set. So we have to adjust her feet, though, because she's not standing up. Although I guess the cape can kind of act as a little bit of a tripod, maybe. No, it's not close enough to the ground. Oh boy. There you go. Have your hand right there, ready to put the hood up, or after just having the hood up or something. I don't know, man. All right, just stand there and look fun. She came with a D6, so let's see what I get. Hey, good. I got a 6. Again, I wish I can roll this well when I'm actually playing the game. Oh, so many single digits. All right, next up we have Eric the Cavalier. Another completely self-contained figure. He has no other accessories. He has his shield with this energy barrier around, which you can actually remove. So if you want him having his shield power active or not having it active, that is entirely up to you. Do love the face on him. He was always the kind of the jerk of the group because he always wanted to go home, and meanwhile everyone was like, "Oh, come on, it's fun here," or something like that. Yeah, the shield comes off. I wish it secured a little bit better to him, but I guess that's fine. Maybe it does on the other hand a little bit better. Let's find out. Maybe I had it on the wrong hand. There we go. He was a lefty all along. Although shields typically are on the left hand because most swordsmen are right-handed. I guess we can do this. There you go. There you go. Protect the team with your amazing shield powers. There you go. Go in the back there. All right, and he came with a D10, a regular D10, not a by 10s D10. Oh no! It fell on the floor. Oh my God. Well, where'd it go? Oh no! Hold on. There it is. Wow, it fell down the one little gap that... Let's try that again on the table. All right, 7. That's pretty good for a D10, I think. And finally, we have Presto, the magician, and his many, many accessories. He has a lot of accessories. So notice he doesn't have his hat, because his hat is right here, because he actually comes with a extra set of hair to put the hat on, I guess, so you don't have to see this, and it's, secured on his head like that. You can also put a little bit of magic in there, as if he's drawing something from the hat. There you go. You have a little magic. I do love these translucent plastic things. They're very nice. And you have this big thing right here for, like, maximum magic, I guess. Let's see. There you go. He's conjuring up something. Usually in the show, his magic fails, and he's it doesn't really work that well. Let me see if I can actually take the hair off of him and put the hat on so it looks good. Come on, off. Man, that is on there tight. That hair ain't coming off. All right, so instead he's going to just hold the hat like this and be ready to pull out something silly. So he was one of the ones where his legs were, like, weird. I did manage to get it. Like, his leg was on, like, it looked like it was on backwards, but I managed to fix it by playing around with it a little bit. Very carefully, might I add. But I eventually got him to work. Is he going to stand, though? I think it would be highly recommended you get yourself some stands for these figures, since they do have, the holes. You can get that get them to stand up pretty easily. All right, never mind. Go stand there. And he comes with a D4. So let's see if I roll a 4. I got a 3, which is, I guess, okay for a D4. All right, well, thems is the action figures for the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon. Again, they look really nice, but I wish they were a little bit better quality. Just a little bit better. Like, they probably could have spent a little more time, like, tooling them properly and maybe not having such nerve-wrackingly tight joints, and maybe have them be able to stand up pretty well. But I'm sure there's ways to get around all of that, but probably I'm not as adverse in those things as most people are. So suggestions are definitely welcome. But these are cool. I think this is pretty much it for this set. There weren't really any other recurring characters from the show. There were some memorable characters. There was those space aliens or whatever that they met in that one episode. One of the more famous characters from the show was Warduke, who was part of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons action figure line that was out at the time. And I believe he actually did get a re-release figure, but not in this scale. So that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I don't really know if they're going to ever do any more for this set. I'm kind of fine with this as it is, despite some of the problems. The only other character might be Tiamat, the dragon that was recurring in the show, who is, part of Dungeons and Dragons, and not as nearly as a pushover as she was in the cartoon, as someone who had to fight her in the game. Definitely not, yeah. I don't know if there's a Tiamat figure. That would be kind of cool if they do like a deluxe, like Tiamat figure, like a big old, dungeon, like a big figure, because she was huge. She'd be like probably up to the top of the pin board. But yeah, I always thought that in retrospect that is so funny now, because in Dungeons and Dragons, Tiamat is like an eldritch god of chaos or something, and when she gets summoned, basically the world ends. Meanwhile, in the show, she was kind of treated as a nuisance. I've told this to people that play Dungeons and Dragons, and they're like, "Wait, what?" Oh well. That is the Dungeons and Dragons figures. Again, they look nice if you can get them to work for display purposes. I guess they are worth it to get. Again, it is really cool we're getting merchandise of these characters, because I never thought we would. But yeah, I just wish they were a little bit better. But anyway, thanks for being here. Oh wait, hold on, something's happening off camera. Oh no, it's Tiamat. Quick, Hank, shoot her until she goes away. Pew, pew, pew. That is basically how she was in the show. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Please give me a follow if you haven't done so already. No, you don't follow on. You follow on Twitch. You don't follow on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Please give me a like. Please give me a comment. And check out my other videos. And I will see you on the next adventure, which will not likely be Dungeons & Dragons, unfortunately. Maybe someday we'll return, but not now.